Hey, it's Tuesday or Wednesday after Thanksgiving, and I'm done eating. I just finished eating food. Let's do this.
Total Schmidt Show Season 3 is upon us. Tune in every week. I talk to entertainers from all over the world. Singers, dancers, comics, musicians, drummers, blah, blah, blah. All kinds. Techs, even some cruise directors. Most of the entertainers I talk to work on cruise ships. If you ever wanted to know what entertainers do, how they get through their day, any of the behind-the-scenes stuff about entertaining, we'll talk about that stuff here, as well as we'll delve into some of the entertainers and some of their works, some of their albums coming up, some of the things they've done in the past, things you can look forward to in the future. All that stuff you can catch here on Total Schmidt Show. But either way, get yourself a pizza, a beer, some bourbon, light up a cigar, or some sort of joint, or whatever type of crutch or vice you need to get through the evening, and sit back and enjoy whatever it is I put together this week on Schmidt Show. You're welcome.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. It is Total Schmidt Show. I think I'm on time. I don't know. I'm editing the podcast. I'm going to try to upload it. I'm at sea. I'm having some issues, as usual. I need to get 2 weeks ahead on the pods and get these uploaded, and I just haven't been able to do that, but I'm going to try. Who am I kidding? I'm lazy. I don't know. Anyway, but at least I'm weekly. Total Schmidt Show. Tommy Green Jr. is on the show today from Canada, but we'll get to that in a second. I hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving. If you're listening to the pod anywhere, please do me a favor and subscribe to the podcast. I really appreciate it. It's live entertainers talking to live entertainers about being live entertainers. So if you ever take a cruise, you go to shows, and you have seen one of my guests before, and you want to find out more about them and what we do behind the scenes, this is the good podcast for you to check out. So if you're listening, you can listen for free pretty much anywhere, and you can watch clips on YouTube. Give them a thumbs up. Smash the like button, as the kids say. Look in the lower corner of the YouTube video. There's a little icon that you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, which helps me a ton. If you really want, the best thing to do is go to lennyschmidt.com, and you can join the website for free, and you'll get updates. You can get full video podcast versions if you join the paid package, the podcast package, which is $2 a month. That's ridiculously cheap. That's like a penny an episode. Or $20 a year, something like that. $20 a year is a discount off the $2 a month. Look how great it just keeps getting. There's 3 different pay packages on my plan. One's just for podcasts, one's for a bunch of content. One is for merch and live show tickets and all kinds of stuff. But if you're a fan of me, Lenny Schmidt, go to the website, subscribe. If you're a fan of the podcast, make sure you subscribe to the podcast, and we're good. And there we go. Tommy Green Jr., who I met for not the very first time. We met apparently years ago on The Miracle, we're thinking. We can't seem to remember exactly where it was, but it was a Carnival ship, and it was some time ago. And since then, Tommy, one of those guys I love to talk to, he was a soloist on the ship, and then went out and developed his own guest entertainer act and packaged himself, built his own career, and now he's out there on the lines as a guest entertainer, and a really good one, as a matter of fact. He's got a couple of different shows that I got to see on the Apex, the Celebrity Apex last week. He's a really a great entertainer. The songs are great. He's got a great voice, and really funny and great with the crowd. It's a really great show. If you ever get a chance to see Tommy Green Jr. in your town or on a ship, make sure you go see his show. It's fantastic. He's great. And I got to sit down and have a conversation with him. So why don't you sit back now and enjoy that conversation with the one and only Mr. Tommy Green Jr.
What up, Lenny?
What up, man? Yeah, I talked to John. I told him we were trying to figure out what ship we met on, because I'm sure we met on a ship before. It's making me crazy.
What ship you and I would have met on?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was the Miracle.
Okay, yeah, that could have been
in 13 or 14.
It was definitely the West Coast ones.
Yeah, with Troy.
We were talking briefly about that. Man, I love that Rat Pack show he used to do.
Yeah, with Ned.
Dude, I used to go. I hated when they stopped because they got rid of the band. That's what they did.
Yeah.
And when they got rid of the band, they stopped doing the show.
Yeah.
But man, I used to watch that show all the time. That show was packed.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah. Yeah, they did a great job. And Troy can sing. And he's very funny. I remember one of his bits was that he had a trumpet, right? That he used to play. And then he'd pull out like some Jack Daniels out of it or something like that. Yeah.
When they had the bar that they rolled on the stage. And They had all kinds of stuff that they did, man. And yeah, I used to love. And then after the first couple times I saw it, he made sure I got booked on that one all the time.
Yeah, cool.
To do the crossing.
Yeah.
And he was great, dude. He was a great entertainer. He was really, I mean, he knew what to do. He was a lot of fun.
Yeah, he was a blast. He's one of my favorite cruise directors ever.
And then when they got rid of the band, it just wasn't as much fun anymore.
What was fun about that show too, like obviously Troy and Ned are very talented guys, but you could tell how much fun they were having. You know what I mean? And that's special. Like there's a lot of acts. It's like when you can tell that people are doing something that they're excited about, like the audience can tell.
Yeah, well, we were talking about this at lunch a little bit. Because one of the reasons I do the podcast and I talk to people is the live entertainment. Like, and it's a bigger issue. I notice it with stand up a lot. With internet and digital and all this stuff, so much more is about popping up a video and getting a like or a view, as opposed to not just performing live, but learning how to perform live.
Yeah,
and learning how to do a show.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's it's a weird culture for that right now. There's been a few things I've seen on Instagram actually where people who are very famous online go and perform for the first time live, and they bomb a little bit because it's a different skill set.
Yeah. Well, it happens with comics all the time.
Yeah.
And some of the clubs, like I don't want to talk too much about this part of it, but Zanies in Chicago found out a really good way to book comics along those lines, because their problem is they would book one of these, a guy that did well on the internet, and they book him for a week, and he couldn't carry a week.
Yeah.
And he'd be fine when his people came out, but like in this situation is a great example. Really, no one really knows who we are when we hit a stage here.
Yeah.
So to be able to perform in front of a theater full of people that don't know who you are.
Yes, is a whole other thing. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I talk about that a lot actually with people who are trying to get into this industry. It's like one of the biggest lessons that's no one ever tells this to you, but it's a different kind of performing in that very respect. Like nobody in that room bought a ticket to see you. It is just a bunch of people who are on vacation, and learning how to entertain and captivate that kind of audience is different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and to hold them for a whole show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, the thing that we have that's in our favor is that they've come for a show.
Yeah.
So that helps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that at least so you can. I mean, you're ahead of the game, sort of.
Yeah.
But you got to be able. I miss a lot of people trying to make their show better. Like that's why I like working with Roy so much.
Yeah.
Like Roy's every show he changes, he tweaks, he talks about how he can make something better. And I talk to a lot of, I guess I noticed that on this line a lot though too. Celebrities really good with the guest entertainers.
Yeah.
And they'll bring people like, I'm looking forward to seeing your show this week.
Oh, yeah, cool. It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that you've seen. I watched a few of your shows yesterday when you sent me the links, and I saw that you talked to Karen Granger. She's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And people like her and Roy, and I think it's very important. I purposefully try to. I do a lot of these contracts where I'm on board for more than 1 week. So once I get settled with the band, like the first week, I kind of just make sure everyone knows what we're doing. But then after that, I'm really open to any ideas that anybody has. You know what I mean? Like every week I try and have at least one new joke I'm going to try with the band, and like we talk about it beforehand. I think it's so important, like for everybody. Like you get excited to try out that new part, the band gets excited about it, and that kind of audience, that kind of energy feeds into the audience. Like they can tell.
Yeah, we it's it's kind of like it's a little bit of making yourself uncomfortable a little bit.
Yes.
There's got to be a little bit that still, once you get too comfortable on a stage, it all starts to get stale.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then the uncomfortable part, like we were talking about it during my show, like I think I did it here, where when the show is over, they close that door.
That was so funny, yeah.
We found out by mistake.
Yeah.
Like last week, Celine forgot to open the door. So I just played it off.
Yeah.
So then I walked back. She was laughing. I'm like, we got to do that every show.
Yeah.
And then we got Kareen into it.
Yeah.
And then she started playing.
Great.
With it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was great. So we had so much fun with it.
Yeah.
So the hardest part of it was when we started the show. That's all I was thinking about.
Yeah.
And it was at the end. I'm like, God, I got to wait 45 minutes to do this new thing that I just did. Yeah. So excited about that.
Yeah.
But just a little bit of uncomfortableness is good. It makes it fresh and crisp.
Big time. Yeah. And you do a lot of crowd work and stuff as well. Like I try and have elements of my show that are like high risk, high reward. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a great way to put it.
Because I think the audience can tell that. Like I try and my show, like I come right out, like, right after the first song, I'm out in the audience, like talking to people and trying to. I've got a few things that I can fall back on, but when I come out in on stage and I look out into the audience, if I'm while I'm going through my bit that I have muscle memory, like I'm really scanning the audience for anybody that I can play with, you know what I mean? Like, right. And that kind of thing really sets the tone for the whole for the whole show. The audience can tell that this is a moment. Yeah. I want to set a tone right away that this might be a show that'll never happen this way ever again.
Right. Or it might be coming your way.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. Well, that's I'll do that too. Like I'll try to get some. Sometimes I go in the crowd too quick, and then with stand up, the problem sometimes now is everybody now wants to get involved.
Yeah,
like you see a lot of these clips of people heckling or whatever you want to call it. It's not. I mean, there's a difference between heckling and being interactive.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And you can tell. For me, a comic can tell when somebody's heckling to be a dick.
Yeah,
or heckling to heckle. Yeah. And then people just want to be part of the show.
Yeah.
And by my second show, I'll get people sitting in those first couple of rows, and you'll get the same thing. If you do that, you'll get the same thing for your show.
Yeah.
The second time they come to see you, they'll move down.
Yeah.
They'll want to be involved.
Yeah. Luckily, I like hecklers. Like I have my interactions with the audience, and then I'm blasting music at them. So I don't. It's not the same. You know what I mean? Like if anyone's bothering me, it's like, well,
Yeah. You can go. That's great. 1, 2, 3.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Take care of that real quick.
Yeah. And numb it. Yeah. But that part about high risk, high reward is that's so true.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll go in and I do that. I'm scanning the crowd constantly when I'm up there talking.
Yeah.
And even in I'll be usually in some of the lines. Like the Solstice line, the Solstice Summit and stuff, you enter on deck 3 kind of up on that little area. I'll come in and stand there and just watch the crowd for 5-10 minutes before I go backstage.
Cool.
And on this one, there's they open the back gate, whatever, or the backstage area, so I can look out. So I already know right away, okay, there's a person there, and there's a person there, and there's a person. Like one thing I like to find someone that's in their 20s. Yeah. If I'm lucky enough, I can find kids. Yeah. And then there's a whole slew of stuff I can do. I'm like, oh, good, there's kids. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Anyway, so you at least have some sort of an idea where you're going out there. And one thing I try to do a lot, like David Cross used to bitch about this a lot.
I love him.
I think he's hilarious. I think he's really funny. But he does. Do you ever see this bit about the religion and magic?
Maybe.
He's an atheist.
Yeah.
So he does this whole bit. He's doing all this stuff about the Bible and stuff. We need to replace praying and best wishes with tricks and illusions. And he does this whole how he compares religion to magic, and it's kind of brilliant. It's really funny. It's very funny.
He's a very smart man.
He's extremely
and he's very brave.
Yeah.
Like he has. I don't know, I'm a huge Arrested Development fan. That's my favorite show of all time. I'm about to watch it with my girlfriend for the 8th time or something like that. Funny. Yeah.
There's so much throwaway stuff in that you got to watch an episode twice because there's throwaways or lines that you miss that are just hilarious.
Yeah.
And callbacks and stuff. But his beef, and I kind of agree with him in a way. He says a comedian's crowd work is bullshit because it's all set up.
Yeah.
And he's kind of right because a lot of guys do that. But when I go into the crowd, I purposely try to not do something that I already know in a direction I'm going.
Yeah.
And I'll just find something new on the spot.
Yeah.
That's
always my goal. You know what I mean? But the cruise ship audiences are a bit tough. I just find it's a lot of the same kind of people on board, and so every once in a while I'm given a gift, like a few cruises ago, and it's a great idea. You were saying like to spy on them beforehand. I never do that. I go out and then I just have one song worth of opportunity to kind of see how everyone's reacting or whatever. But a few cruises ago, I came out first song, and like in the front row there was this guy sitting alone, and he was wearing a shirt. It was a dress shirt, but it was a shirt it was like the map of the whole world, like over his shirt.
Yeah.
And I got so excited. And then like right after, like when I went out into the audience, I was like, hey guys, so I'm excited you're having fun so far. Like I'm Tommy, I'm from Halifax, Nova Scotia. And if you don't know where that is, here, stand up for a second. It's right up here over by the nipple.
That's great.
Or whatever, you know what I mean? It was just
great.
like, it was, as soon as I saw him, I was like, great. Like,
well,
this
that's the type
you
of
know,
shit I'm
yeah.
talking about. You find it on the spot.
Yeah, so I'm always trying to do that, but I find it can be tough. I have some fallback lines that I have that are there that I almost always do because it sets up a few other jokes that happen later in the show.
Right.
But man, when you get given a gift like that, like
you got it,
it's awesome.
It.
You're like
it's
pumped.
a great feeling when it comes to you too, and then it hits and it works.
Yeah, and I'm like singing a song, and in my brain I'm like it's all, I've done this show so much, like it's all muscle memory. Like I can be out there like singing and smiling and playing these guitar solos, and the whole time I'm working exactly how I'm going to say this next thing it's kind of fun.
I'll do comics do the same thing, man. You're doing your bit, I'll find myself thinking too much. Like my big thing on stage is about being present. If you're present in the moment, then you're in the material. Sometimes I'll do a joke and I'll go back to the moment where the joke came from. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff that's based in reality. So I'll go to a situation and go, okay, now I'm remembering it. Yeah. But if I start thinking, I mean, I'll get so far ahead that I got to teach myself, or I get back to the bit. Otherwise, your mouth is going. Yeah, it's amazing. That's one of the things that we talked about in the last podcast. One of the things that exhausts you physically and mentally as a performer as well. Because your mind is doing two things at once, at least three things at once. Yeah, you're thinking about the crowd, you're doing what you're doing, and then you're physically moving around and doing the performance. Yeah, and you get so used to it that you can do it. Yeah, but that trains your brain. Yeah. Yeah, it does, and in fact, like I have my show tomorrow night. This is something I've been struggling with a little bit. I don't know if you feel this way, but I have this weird thing where I get so sad the day before my show. Like, it happened to me even earlier this week than usual. Like, last night I started to get very sad. Like, I'm so sad right now. Like, really?
Yeah. Why, it's very strange. I think it's my body's way of getting ready for the show tomorrow, like preserving energy. Okay. But it sucks, and I'm trying to figure it out. It's a issue that's been bothering me for a couple of years. I was laying in bed last night trying to do some research on it, and people say most people get sad after the show, which is not the case for me. I get excited. I'm pumped. I feel I did it, and I'm like feeling good. And then someone said that it could be because you're very nervous for the show, and that's like a dread, but that's not how I feel either. Like, I've done the show a million times. I'm excited. If they called me right now and said, you're on in an hour, we need you to do the show right now, I'd be like pumped. I'd be like, yeah, let's go. And I'd get into the zone and I'd be ready to go. It's not dread, but I'm struggling with it right now. Yeah.
Maybe it's just maybe it is a level, because I still get nervous before shows on some level. I get really nervous right before the show. Yeah. But maybe it's your own, it's not fight or flight, but it's your own body's physiological way of reacting to the things that are happening to you.
I know that it is. I know that it's my body, because my show is it's a lot of energy, man. Like, it's I'm playing a lot of different instruments and running around and trying to improvise and singing and like remembering 6 names from the audience, like that I'm callbacks, and it's a lot. It's a lot of energy, and so I know that that's what's happening. I know it's my body being like, people are inviting me out for dinner or whatever. Like, you guys were going out for dinner last night, and I was like, I can't. I'm too sad. Like, I just be a bummer. I just sit there the whole time, like, and I don't know. Like, I'm trying to figure out a way to preserve energy and also smile.
Well, you do.
Very strange.
The fuck, this is making me crazy. Well, you do the gym. I saw you in the gym the other day.
Oh yeah, and I'll go to the gym.
Sometimes that's a good way to get through it, is to put yourself through a physical workout.
Oh yeah, I go every day. Like, I'll go super heavy later. It's just a weird thing. I'm struggling with it right now.
It's weird, because
it's not the end of the world.
I know, but
it's good to be sad every once in a while. But it's frustrating.
How long have you been working live performing?
Basically? Oh, forever. Since I was like,
we probably met in 2013, 14, around there.
Yeah, back then I was a lounge act. I was singing like 6 nights a week. Then I was not. This didn't happen. Like, I was singing every night, and it was way more chill. But this kind of performance where I'm going to be out there, twice for 45 minutes or so, 50 minutes, trying, like, it's.
Well, that was a different vibe back then too. Also, on a side note, I'm always extremely impressed with people like you that come from being like working, so to speak, on the line, and then becoming a guest entertainer. Yeah, it's such a leap to make. Yeah, it's first you got to create your own show, and then you got to get over the hurdles. So that's impressive to me. It's always been impressive.
Thanks, man. I had a lot of support for sure. I worked really hard. I always had a show. Even my very first cruise contract I ever did, the cruise director really liked me a lot and booked me my own show in a smaller lounge, but we would promote it all week. Like, Tommy's been in the casino all week playing like random little sets for people walking by.
Right.
He's got a show like this night, and he would really promote it. And back then, man, I'd sell so many CDs.
Right.
So I always had this show where I had like funny stories I was telling and like my big songs that I would play. And I just, pieced it together. It took me long enough, but I had so many cruise directors that were so supportive. Steve Nisley and Troy, very supportive. Yeah. Todd Whitmer, and then when I moved over to Royal, like all the cruise directors there, Tim Connors and Drew Elderkin, and all these guys were so supportive.
Troy was great. Troy was really
yeah.
supportive of all the performers and arts.
Yeah.
He was dynamite to work for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I loved working on I look forward to going to the ship with him every time.
Yeah.
I'd done Liars Club. I've done everything he's ever asked to do.
Yeah.
And I've supported him just as much as he supported me, and he supports every entertainer.
Yeah.
It's really refreshing to see
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't talked
and
to him
no
for a
ego.
while,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but
yeah.
no ego. He's total.
Yeah.
He's like, let's all make a great show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not I want to be the star.
Real team player. Yeah. Real team player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which made it a lot. It was great. Make for a better vibe for all the entertainers.
Yeah, big time. I miss working with him for sure.
Yeah, I miss him a lot too. He's back. I think he's back. He was in Atlanta, right? I think he's in Atlanta now.
Working for a movie studio.
Did you? What did you do before you got on the ships in 2013?
I was in a band. Well, 2011 was my first cruise contract. I was in a band for 4 years playing like original music. We played pop funk music in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and it was a good band. Like we were working hard. We won a few awards with jazz festivals and stuff like that. And then we went on one big tour in 2011 that went from in 2010 actually. We went from Halifax, Nova Scotia to Banff, Alberta, and back, and we played 20 shows in 23 nights.
Oh man!
And it was like 5 of us in this 2004 Dodge Grand Caravan with all of our gear and shit. Like we came back, we did that, and we came back, and I think we each had like $500 that we made. Like after,
that sounds so accurate.
Yeah, and it was like the best time.
And it was the best. Yeah, you're like, it was the greatest thing.
Except for a couple members of the band who were like, I never want to see you guys ever again. Like,
really?
We're breaking up. I'm like, yeah. It was a little bit more than that, but it was. I got it. Like it was tough.
I don't know how bands do it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like 4 or 5 different people.
Yeah. Oh, it was a nightmare.
Staying together.
Yeah.
And 3 weeks. That's a heavy run. First of all, I remember. I miss those days of. I lived in my car for years in the '90s, working in the U.S. Yeah. I drove all over the place, and sometimes I kind of miss those days where all I had was at the time was back then we had a calling card. We didn't have cell phones. There was calling cards, and so all I had was a calling card bill and a PO box.
Yeah.
And all my shit was in the trunk.
Yeah.
And that was the only responsibility I really had.
Yeah, it's magic.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a great experience. You know?
Yeah, and then you drive around and you're performing all over the place.
Yeah.
And it sounds about right, $500 for 3 weeks. Also, that's a heavy load, but you're probably a lot younger than that would kill me.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You know
I was 26 at the time. Like I was like, honestly, we got back and I spent a couple nights with my girlfriend. I was excited to see her, and if they said like, let's go do it again right now, I'd been like, yeah,
let's go. Hop in.
Yeah. We had so much fun, but it kind of broke the band up, and then we played our last gig New Year's Eve in the town square of Halifax. It was like a government organized event for the city of Halifax. We played December 31st, 2010, and then January 1st, 2011, I woke up like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like this is my whole, my whole career I'd put into this band, wrote all these songs with these guys, like these songs I couldn't play by myself, and then my family had a cruise booked on January 2nd. I'd never been on a cruise ship before. It was just like one day I waited.
No way.
Yeah, and then January 2nd, I got on a Holland America ship with my mom and dad and my 3 siblings. Never been on a ship, and I met this guy named Chris Toller who was a soloist, and he got me up. I played a couple songs with him, and he hooked me up, and I was on a ship like a couple months later.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Dude, that's almost like a
crazy,
serendipitous thing. Maybe like,
Well, I'd always heard about cruise ships growing up. Like I had a lot of other friends who were into it, and it was a plan that I knew it was an option, but it was crazy how the universe worked. Like I waited one day where I was like really confused about what to do next. Like I knew I was going to keep performing. I just didn't know what direction I was going to go in. Yeah.
Right. Plus, once you see it, you can wrap your head around it a little bit. Like when I was a kid, I always dreamed of doing stand-up. Like I dreamed of it.
Yeah.
I would watch it on TV and stuff. But I saw Louis Anderson live.
Awesome.
And then I saw Kinnison live a few weeks later. And it was after that I was like, I think I want to try this.
Yeah.
and it made sense. And then I got on stage, and then of course I killed my first time.
Really awesome.
And then I bombed for a week.
Yeah.
I couldn't buy a laugh for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Just couldn't figure out.
So how old were you when you did your first?
The first time on stage, I want to say it was 20. Let's see, it was 1988.
Awesome.
So it was 24. I was 24 years or 23 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember what your best joke was?
Yeah, I do. I still do it. Still. Oh no, I'm sorry. I take it back. I haven't done it in a long time, but I still have it.
Yeah.
And it's a true story. It's when I was a kid. I do a lot of stuff on my mom. I grew up a single mom, 5 boys.
Yeah, incredible story.
And there's a whole bunch of other stuff I do about her. But one of the jokes is when we got too big to hit, she switched to grounding, and she grounded me once and took my Van Halen tickets away from me.
Yeah.
And she did. I was a sophomore in high school. And she took my Van Halen. I had a date and everything for the show. It was fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
I had to tell her my mom took the tickets. But then my mom went to the concert. So that's the setup of the joke.
Yeah.
And then I go, and then she actually came home that night and looked at me and went, "That Edward Van Halen is amazing." And I was so angry. But the punchline, I think, is after that is then she went to the concert. That gets a big laugh, and I go for weeks. My friends would call me on the phone. And they'd be like, I'd be like, hello. They'd be like, ha ha ha, like, hey, is your mom there? Put her on, or something like that.
Yeah.
That was in some version. That was the joke.
Yeah.
That was in that first set, and I still use that sometimes in my act.
That's so great. I have so much respect for stand-up. I've done it a bunch of times. Like, I've never been paid to do it. Like, but my show is very comedy driven, but it's more storytelling and stuff. I don't have bits. Like, I could get up and tell stories for a long time, and it might be funny, but like, I don't know. I'd love to do it. I've done it maybe like 5 or 6 or 7 times. A good friend of mine that I saw on our mutual Facebook friends is Lisa Alvarado.
Oh my God, I love Lisa.
Yeah,
Chicago.
what a sweetheart. Yeah,
Chicago girl. Yeah, we've known her for years, dude.
Yeah,
Long time.
Yeah, sweetheart.
Yeah,
I met her on Miracle as well. That same contract. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was hanging out with her in Los Angeles like in 2016, and she took me to El Cid.
Yeah.
On the Strip, and I did a set, and it was okay. It was all right.
Yeah.
And then it was fun. Like, it was fun to like put it on my Instagram. Like, hey, I'm in LA doing stand up.
Hey, might as well.
Yeah, like in 2016 or whatever. It was an okay set. I had a few pretty good jokes. It was short. I was out there for maybe like 4 minutes or whatever. It was like an open mic or whatever. But it was fun to do that with Lisa, and she was so supportive. You know, she was so sweet. And then I've done it a few other times in Halifax, and it's gone pretty well. But then one time I was dating a girl who's from Kansas, and I went to go visit her in Kansas, and one night we just went out, and we hadn't been dating very long, and we went out and I did this open mic. And when I told the guy I was from Halifax and I performed on cruise ships, he was like, moved me right to the top of the list. Like, everyone was so excited, and I got up there and just absolutely ate shit.
You ate it? No.
Yeah, it was like the worst ever.
Yeah.
And then I didn't do it for many years after that, but it was okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do that every once in a while.
God, I hate to say it. It's been a long time since I've eaten it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the worst. Also, it hurts to watch somebody eat.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Dude, on side note, dude, I love Lisa Alvarado. I have got tremendous respect for her.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
She's amazing raising her son, and then went back out full steam on stand up.
Yeah.
And she's one of those hustlers, man.
Very funny, works hard, got a good heart, cares about everybody. Like, she's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, she's
I haven't talked to her for a little while, but real sweet.
So you're here for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And then you got family coming in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm turning 40 at the end of the month. So in 2 weeks.
Happy birthday. Well, we're
Thanks,
close.
man.
So happy, My birthday's a week or so after yours, I think.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Yeah. Cool.
Sagittarius?
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughters are into that.
I don't know what that means, but.
Yeah, I don't know either. I do a whole bit about that as well. I did it in one of the shows this week, but my daughters are crazy about astronomy. But that's great. So it'll be cool to have your family on here.
Yeah, it's gonna be incredible. My girlfriend's got 2 daughters that I'm just obsessed with, and I've had so much fun with them the last year that I've been dating her, and it's the first time they've never been on a ship, and I just can't wait. We're gonna spoil them all week, and
That'll be great.
It's gonna be really special.
Yeah, they're the perfect age, right? You said they're around 6, 4,
8 and 11.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're funny, man.
Way off. 6, 4, 3, 7, 5, 8, 11. Okay.
Yeah.
And when do they come?
Well, one of them turns 9 the day after I turn 40, which is
Will
just
you guys
magic.
be on the ship for that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
We get on the 29th, and then the very next day we'll be in Key West. It'll be my birthday, and then at midnight I pass the birthday off to...
Dude, well, then, the people in the dining room will love that.
Oh, yeah,
Tell them that the 9-year-old, they're gonna go ape shit.
Yeah.
And then she'll be blown away.
Oh, it's gonna be incredible.
Because they'll jump over through hoops to make her happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
God, what a great experience. And it's great to see those little 9-year-old faces light up, dude. Because
it's magic. Like I never wanted kids. Well, I shouldn't say that. I guess my whole life I thought that I would want kids eventually. And then a few years ago, I realized that I didn't want my own. But I love kids. I'm the oldest of 4 siblings, so I helped raise my siblings, and I taught swimming lessons and coached for theater and stuff like that. And so anyway, I've always loved kids. Anyway, so this is a perfect situation. Like, it's unbelievable. I'm having the time of my life. These girls they're magic. They're hilarious, and I love helping them through things they're working on. And every other week I get to go still travel around. And not my kids, so if it gets hard, it's like, well, I'll go talk to your mom. I'll talk to you later. See you later. Exactly. But I'm around for all the fun stuff, and it gets tough sometimes too. But it's a miracle. It's like I couldn't have dreamed this for myself.
Good. Are they're both girls?
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I wish you the best. My kids are in their 20s.
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to bring my kids in the ship. When I got divorced, my kids spent every summer with me on the ship.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
It was that West Coast ships.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Miracle, but it was the Imagination Inspiration.
Yeah.
And
I remember those.
At the time, Mary, that worked at Carnival,
yeah,
worked with me to get the kids on. So,
awesome. Yeah.
Because the way the divorce worked was I had the kids all summer, so I either brought them on the ship or it didn't work.
Yeah.
So I paid for them to be there. I bought them a cabin.
Yeah.
But I got paid to be there, so it all kind of worked out in the long run. Yeah. And my I used to teach kids, so my youngest used to come on stage, do improv with me.
No way.
Yeah, it was great.
Awesome.
It was really dynamite. But man, good luck. I wish you guys the best. I hope this comes out the right way. I don't know how anybody raises kids now.
Yeah.
This social media and daughters, man. My daughter's caught the front end of it.
Yeah.
And even now it's tough, but the age they're at going into that teen years.
Yeah, we talk about it. We talk about it.
Should.
Yeah, we talk about it a lot. My girlfriend's incredible. I mean, obviously they're her daughters. Like, I follow her lead on everything, and I'm in awe of her. She's an absolute incredible mom, and she's so thoughtful and fun, and she sets a good example. She's best friends with her daughters. She lays the law down when it needs to be laid down, but her daughters respect her and love her, and so it's magic to see that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's heavy sometimes. You mean the first time that I was over, I've never dated anybody who had kids ever,
right?
And I'm in this for the long haul. So the first night that I spent the night, and then I woke up in the middle of the night, and one of them was like, "Hey, the cat's making scary sounds," and I'm like, "Oh yeah," I wake up, and I'm just like, I'm out, and the cat's just in the hallway, and I'm like, "Okay, well, you want to go to sleep?" And she's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Okay," and I'm like, "This is my life now."
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night to solve a non-problem and then go back to sleep. It was like it was like,
it's the cat.
Yeah, cool. Well, all right. I laid back in bed. I was just like, wow. But I was smiling about it. I was like, it's magic. It's really fun.
It's great, dude.
I'm blessed. I'm the biggest honor of my life to be involved with these two girls.
Well, you're smart too, man. It's I dated a few single moms now. My girlfriend now is raising a teenager.
Yeah.
I have tremendous respect for single moms. My mom's a single mom, so I know that vibe.
Yeah.
And it's a delicate situation for you to step into.
Yeah.
Because you respect her.
Yeah.
And you kind of follow her lead.
Yeah. I'm learning so much. I make mistakes.
Sure.
She's really good at it. I get the eye every once in a while. I'll be joking around with something. She'll go.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I get a debrief. Like, hey, don't say stuff like
that's
that.
good.
I'm like, okay,
that's really smart. That's great. That's a healthy.
I'm learning so much.
Right.
But it's also fun. She lets me. The first time, I forget. The girl. They were fighting one time, and I asked. I was like, hey, if they're not getting along, would you like me to try and help? And she was like, by all means, parent. You know what I mean? You're here. You're. I'm also okay. So. And then one night they weren't getting along, and the youngest one, I kind of was hanging out with her in the kitchen. We were doing something together, and I was like, hey, do you want a little bit of advice? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, look, as you get older, I know it's annoying now, your older sister, you're going to fight with her every once in a while. That's natural, but, she's going to be your best friend you ever have in your whole life. And when you start to get along with her, that's like a sign that you're growing up, is when you start to learn how to get along with your sibling. And then I said, so I'm really excited to watch you grow up. And then I went, you know what I mean?
You shocked yourself?
I was like,
what did I just do?
Yeah. She didn't seem to
Was that a reasonable parental thing to say?
Yeah, exactly. But I was like, I kind of said it in a winking way with her, but then it was so heavy to say that. And I just was like, my whole life flashed before my eyes. And it was just like, it was a really sincere moment. And, I just love these, we're best friends. Like we're having a blast.
Dude, that's a powerful thing to do. Cause like with my being a dad, it was the greatest thing I've ever done. And it might be the best thing I've ever done. It's like the one thing I think I've done really well. Yeah. There's like 3 things I think I'm like I used to be a chef, so I'm a good cook, comic, and a dad. Yeah. And the dad thing I really think I've done pretty well. Yeah. It's when you're in such a great position, because I always look toward other, like even my girlfriend or friends. If you can, if my daughters could bond with an adult who isn't me, that's powerful. Yes, you're a big voice in their life. Yes, because a lot of times they're gonna be like, mom's stupid, mom's this. Yeah. But you kind of give them a different point of view that shows. Mom's not really stupid. Yeah, that was what I was about to say. First of all, I show them that I'm the biggest fan of their mom ever. So actually, I get to show them that their mom is amazing. Right. Like, is my favorite person I've ever met. Yeah. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, I bring a different perspective, and the two of us, me and my girlfriend, like we're a powerhouse for like having fun with these girls. Yeah, it's a blast. Good for you, bro. Yeah, because I do want. Especially like my girlfriend and other women, like, especially like women that bond with my daughters. Yeah, because that's even more. You know what I mean? I'm just I'm lucky. My daughters they love me. We have a really good relationship with me and my kids. But I would love for them to have older women talk to them on a woman level. Yeah, that they feel they can open up to on a different level. Yeah, because they always feel like I'm judging them. Yeah, it's never going to go away. No. Even I try as hard as I can not to. So you're a great voice in their life. Yeah, and great for your girlfriend to have that. That's really helpful for her now as a parent. Yeah, no, we're having a blast. I'm happy for you guys. And like they're very musical girls. Like all 3 of them love music. And so just in the last year, like I did a big Canada Day show back home in Halifax. And it was a big, again, government kind of organized event. And I had just put out a song called "Walking on Fire." Actually, I'd love to talk about that again in a second. But anyway, there's a big sing-along chorus. So I got the girls, like, came to rehearsal, like, with the band, like, stood in got the microphones, like, and they sang the chorus bit of this song. And then we invited a bunch of random kids from the audience to join as well. And like, just experiences like that, like to be able to share that with a couple of girls is, it's magic. To have the 3 of them on stage, well, they're gonna they'll love seeing you here in this stage. Oh yeah, it'd be great. What a great environment. Yeah, they've seen me perform a couple times, but not like this. No, not in this. This room is. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be spectacular. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah, it'll be a blast. Right, talk about your song that did you release it? Yeah, "Walking on Fire." It's pretty crazy. It's a hockey themed song, and anyway, I was here on board. No, I was on the Celebrity Beyond earlier this year when the hockey finals were happening, Stanley Cup finals. Right. And my manager told me that he had a contact at Sportsnet, and that they would probably play my song like at some point during the playoffs. And I was pumped. And for weeks, nothing happened, and I thought, oh, whatever. And then Game 6, like the night that the Panthers won the Stanley Cup, he texted me earlier that day and said they're going to play it tonight, and I was pumped. I thought it was going to be like 10 seconds or 4 seconds, like going for commercial. Right. But it ended up being like the opening montage of the program. Like the game was at 8:30. At 8 o'clock, it started the program with this montage of all of the plays of the series so far, with my song played for like 2 minutes. No way. And then at the end, Ron McLean, who I idolize from Hockey Night in Canada my whole life, said my name and was like, he was like, "Thanks to Tommy Green Jr. from Halifax, Nova Scotia, walking on fire. You guys ready for a hockey game?" And then they won the cup that night. It was the last game of the year. Dude, that's cool. It's crazy. Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah. Dude, that's obviously you got clips of that, right? Because it was on. It's on. I put it on. YouTube, and it's on my. I got a really cool story. I tell the whole story of finding out about it. Like it's on my Instagram or whatever. But cool. Yeah, it was rad. Like it was a big deal for me. What's now? Tell me about I want to talk about the you on ice with the guitar thing. Oh yeah, please. I'll talk about that forever. Yeah. That's my favorite thing I've ever done. Now, for what team are you doing it for? A specific team? Yeah, I've only done it 3 times, and it's always been for the Halifax Mooseheads. Okay. So I've never done it in the NHL yet, but I mean the Scotiabank Center in Halifax is pretty big, and it's like 9,000 or something like that. Like so I've done it a few times, and it's the most fun I've ever had in my whole life. Like it was.
what inspired me was I was on Oasis of the Seas back in 2018, and they have a skating show on those ships, and
Didn't
I
Christy
loved it.
Yamaguchi do a run on there for a while?
I didn't know that.
I think when they
maybe.
started, though, she was the feature performer.
That's so cool.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so go ahead.
Well, anyway, I just thought I was my favorite thing on the ship. Like I went to the skating show
course,
like
Canadian
every week. Like and it was incredible contract. Like there was a few nights where we would after hours, like at 1 o'clock in the morning, we go play ice hockey, like on the ship. On the ship, yeah.
Really?
Me and
That's
like the
so
sound
badass.
techs and some of the figure skaters and like the Russian guys that were in the show, like we had sticks and a
Like
pocket.
hockey fans?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
how
go
cool
bring
would
like
that
we
be?
bring like 10, we'd bring like 10 Coronas and like just be off the side drinking beers and then skating around playing ice hockey on a cruise ship. It was insane. So anyway, I spent a lot of time on the ice, and then I know that in those shows they often have a specialty act that does something like sometimes it's a skater who like can also like go up and do acrobatic stuff.
Right.
And so anyway, I just got it in my head. I was like, I want to do that. Like if they would hire me, I'd play guitar and sing. So I ended up I bought on Craigslist this like kind of crappy guitar in case I didn't want to take my like $3,000 Martin on the ice. And it was just like one night after hours, the sound tech helped me like just do a demo of this. And it was like one of those crazy moments where I was like, just going out on the ice with this guitar and starting to play and skate around. It was like, I didn't know whether I was going to slip and break the guitar, whether I wouldn't be able to. Anyway, I went out. I could have performed the first time. Like I came out, I could have come out and done a show without having ever done it before. It was my whole life I've been playing hockey and then my guitars. It's just like they're so ingrained in me.
Synced.
It just was. I was ready to go, and then it took me a few years. Like it was 2018 that I did that first like trial, and then I didn't get a chance to do it until 2022 or 2023, I think.
Okay.
Was the first time, and then that first time, like Scotiabank Center, like 9,000 people for a Mooseheads game, and it was just like. They were like from Fairview, Nova Scotia. Here's Tommy, and I skate out like with my guitar, and like it was like, oh, let's do this. I've been thinking about this forever, and I brought the house down. It was awesome. So fun. Yeah, and I've worked on so many different routines now.
Dude, that's gotta be such a rush.
Oh, it's the biggest, craziest rush ever. I'm wearing like plastic knee pads, so like at certain points, like if I'm singing a song, like it has a big note, I just like slide like and like hold a big note and spin around and shit. It's like the most fun I've ever had. Yeah. I would love to. Like I'm always kind of trying to push that as a side thing. Like if an NHL team hired me to be the guy, like I'd go do that for a while. Yeah, for sure.
Dude, that's pretty cool. Well, that obviously you got to have that on Insta somewhere, right?
Oh yeah, it's like pinned right to the top of my Instagram. Yeah,
we'll put first of all, I'll put tags and clips and stuff.
Cool.
In the podcast and stuff.
Yeah, I'd love that.
And I'd love to. Well, I'll check it out too.
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna be cool.
Super fun.
9,000 people.
Yeah,
like a full stadium of people.
Oh yeah. The one that I have pinned is the last time I did it, and it wasn't a full crowd that time. It was about half full. But the first two times I did it, it was a pretty packed house, and it was a blast. But the most recent time I did it, that's my routine that I'm the most fan of. Like I'm really proud of this routine that I did. Yeah. So I went around and sang a couple songs and slid around. Did like at one point I start doing Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, and the crowd's singing the parts. And then at one point when it gets to the chorus, like I just turn around and started like moonwalking skates, like right. So it's like, and people, it's a big laugh, and it's just little bits like that. And then the DJ who MCs the show comes out and basically tells me like, okay, it's sponsored by Alexander Keith's Brewery. We have a challenge for you, Tommy. Like we're going to give $100 gift card to this couple if you can skate around the net and then skate right down the middle of the ice, slide and sing a note and slide on your knees from the red line halfway and put your body into the hockey net.
Okay.
Then we'll give this $100 gift card to this person. Yeah. And I'm like, I act like I've never, like it was my idea. Like I told you, obviously, yeah.
Okay,
but I act like, what? From half? What? Like, why? I don't know. Like I'm acting like, are you serious? Meanwhile, like, yeah. But like that day I'd practiced it like 30 times, like before the ice, which is also one of the most fun bits about this gig is that I get a rehearsal time where the ice is clean, and it's like it's empty. The arena's empty.
That's got to be cool.
And
too.
I'm doing a sound check, so I'm just skating around, kind of fooling around. So anyway, I practiced it. I did it 30 times, and I failed like twice.
Okay.
And anyway, but the thing was, the ice is dirty, so I had the Zamboni clean off like one strip down the middle. Because otherwise, if I slide, I only slide like 10 feet if the ice is dirty.
Oh, because it's
but if it's clean,
you can keep kind of.
I blast. So when I did it 30 times, I put my body in the net 28 times, and I smoked the net hard. Like I knocked the net right off its pegs.
Right.
And so I was pumped. But the thing was, when I went to go do it, I didn't take this into account that the ice was. The Zamboni cleaned that strip for me, but it was wet. Like it wasn't when the whole ice is it's dry. It's clean and it's dry.
Right.
Anyway, so it slowed me down a little bit. I barely made it in.
Oh,
like it was
no!
So close.
Yeah, but the crowd had to be cheering you.
They go nuts. Like as soon as I put it in, and they do the horn, like I scored. You know, like and everyone's like, and I'm like acting like. Also, I had these Pit Viper sunglasses that I hid in my pocket. So when he asked me to do it, like at that moment, I skate and then I slide on my knees and pull them out and put these Pit Viper glasses on. So I slide into the net. And like, it was the most fun I ever had.
Dude, that's the coolest ever.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah. I'm glad you think so, because it's like, when you think of something like this, like, it was fun. I didn't know if it was going to be cool or not, but it was a blast. Yeah,
it's a great idea, and hockey fans would love it. I think.
Yeah.
Now, how much? If you what's the name of the original song again?
Walking on Fire. Yeah.
How much original stuff are you recording these days?
I got a 6-song EP that's out everywhere right now, except for Spotify. I took it down off Spotify and I canceled my Spotify subscription because the company is so evil. Like I always hated it because they didn't pay the artists enough. But I don't know if you heard this, but very recently the CEO of Spotify took $500 million that should have gone to the artists that stream their music there and invested in like a AI military stocks or something like that.
No, I did not hear that.
It was so crazy. It's like the most evil thing you can think of. It's like cartoonishly evil. Right. Anyway, so not that I had huge numbers on Spotify, but like I'm really trying to spread the word about that. Like I really would be happy if that guy lost all of his money. And
dude, there was an issue. I'm not going to get into this because it was a whole thing years ago. There's a debate with the label. I have a bunch of stuff on Sirius and Spotify and stuff. Yep. Anyway, long story short, they got into some sort of negotiation with the label that I was signed with, a division of their label, and then out of spite, they said, we'll just take all your artists off, and they took off a bunch of comics. And the deal was over residuals on writing credits. It's kind of a bigger lawsuit that's still going on that was kind of spurred by George Carlin, Robin Williams, because a lot of stuff is their stuff, which, by the way, is obviously way bigger than me, is being used and marketed, and they're not getting any money for it.
This is with Spotify.
Yeah, this is Spotify. Yeah. So they kicked a bunch of people off, and now they kicked off people that needed the money. Like I had friends that lost, a lot of money that they got kicked off or whatever, and when that happened, a lot of artists, a lot of comics stepped up and said, "Well, damn it, why am I drawing a blank?" Louis Black. And he was one. He said, "Well, then take my shit down." Yeah. And a lot of the significant names said, "Well, then take my shit down."
Good.
Yeah. And this was years ago. This is around COVID times.
Yeah.
And
it's just an evil company. It's just so stupid.
And it's not necessary because, and as a musician more than I do, because I've had this conversation with musicians. The money you're getting paid per play now is nothing compared to the money we're getting back in the 70s, for real plays.
I've never made any money off of streaming, really. Like back in the day on iTunes, I'd sell I'd sell a handful of albums every month or whatever. I'd make like a few $100 or something like that.
See, I do pretty well streaming, but most of my money comes from Sirius. But the point I'm getting to is with them, to take the money away from the artists who aren't really getting that much money.
I don't know how you sleep at night. Like that guy, what's his name? Ekman?
I don't know his name.
He's the biggest loser I can think of. Like I just can't imagine building a company on the backs of all these artists. Yeah. And then taking all of that money that you get people to pay you so that they can listen to these artists' music. It's and stockpiling all of that money in the first place is so absurd. Like I would be so embarrassed. Like if I created Spotify, I'd give myself a yearly wage of like, 200, that's a dream. Make $200,000 or $300,000. This guy makes like several, like he just spent $500 million on this AI evil. It's like, holy bro, are you like?
He's one of hundreds of people in production and entertainment that do that.
Losers.
They
absolute losers.
Non-creatives that do that and make millions of dollars off creatives. And then constantly find ways to take money. I'm in the SAG union. The last contract we got, the producers, we got screwed on that. They squeeze every dime out of you, and you're like, we're not really getting that much. For the money they're making. It's
I got to be careful because I got pretty extreme views about about this kind of thing. I could talk about this forever. I just don't get it. I think that it'd be one thing too if these guys who had all this money were using it to do fun stuff. They're all a bunch of wieners.
Right.
If I had that much money, I would be teaming up with the best artists in the world to make things that everyone in the world can enjoy and improve the quality of life for all these people who are struggling. These guys make all this money and then they get a yacht and hang out with their two loser friends. And what are they doing? They just how can you have that much money and then be such a loser?
They use that money to make more money. They take it to spend money to invest in or whatever. And again, the artists, the people that work, the blue collar or whatever you want to call it, white collar, they're always finding ways to take money away from you.
It's crazy.
And what they do, like what Sirius did, was we'll just wait you out, and they almost always win in strikes, situations like that. SAG producers, they almost always win because the artists can't not survive. You can't survive not making money.
It's a tough situation. Anyway, it's tough. I could talk about that for a long time.
I know it's something I'm pretty passionate about too. As far as acting and from music wise, I'm kind of I'm grateful for the money I make from Sirius. I do pretty well, but when I talk to other people that are artists that have made money before in the past, they'll look at my spins and plays and my record. They'll go, man, you in the '70s you would be, you know what I mean? The money you would have made. And every artist, we kind of talked about this the other day. Were we on this? We were when we were the other night when we had a drink. Nobody buys albums anymore. Everybody's got a tour to make money. So some of these artists, which by the way, you feel bad. There's some artists that have done extremely well. And then other guys that are musicians and bands that are in their 60s, 70s that have to tour to make a living. It's kind of embarrassing.
Well, it's tough.
Not embarrassing for them. It's embarrassing for the industry.
Oh certainly. Right. No, I agree. I have pretty extreme views. I gotta be careful. I'll say some crazy stuff.
Well, I can edit it out. It's fine, but I'm with you on it, man. I'm obviously pro entertainer, so
I think there's a real shift. There's a lot of other artists coming out about billionaires and stuff like that. Like Billie Eilish, just dropped some knowledge on everybody a little while ago. Anyway, really? I really hope it's. Anyway, it's
well, I think Taylor Swift's
now.
On the positive side of that too, isn't she? Or is she not?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. She's got too much money. It's crazy.
She does have too much money. It's
like flying around on her jet from a 10-minute
dude, that Santa Monica to LAX thing is fucking, that's a little much.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know.
That's insane.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just anyway, I got to be careful.
All right.
But you asked me about my music. I got 6-song EP that's out right now on everywhere except for Spotify, and then I got a bunch of songs coming out in the springtime as well.
Okay. You have a website?
Oh yeah. TommyGreenJr.com. But most active on Instagram.
Okay. What do you on the ships? What are you selling merch-wise? Are you doing USBs or anything?
Yeah, I got some USBs. I'm gonna try. I got some experiments. I'm gonna experiment with some other things. I might this week mention to people that I'll airdrop them. I think people don't know how to use USBs.
Yeah, they haven't figured that out
yet.
It's
they don't know. Yeah, CDs was a thing because they understood it. USBs is
physically.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try and say, look, let's go hang out here. You can buy the USB for $20 or whatever, or for $10, I'll airdrop you this whole thing that I got, and we'll just stand. I think it might be cool. People are figuring out what airdrop is.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, and then I don't have to buy any USBs. We'll see how that goes.
There's a million different ways to try to figure out this merch thing after shows.
Yeah.
After CDs kind of went away. Plus, and CDs...
Man, I used to move those discs, man. I was making more money selling CDs than my wage back in the day.
Sold a lot of CDs.
Yeah.
I think part of it especially was that they had a physical thing to take with them and it had to be part of it.
People want to support you, and they'll buy whatever you got if they love you. But I don't know, man. USBs, I've never had a lot of luck with them.
I don't have them either. You know what I noticed too on that note of supporting was it last week? No, my last week on the Silhouette about a month ago.
Yeah.
some guy. I have a QR code up there when I do the show, and then you scan the QR code. It takes you to a link tree, blah blah blah, and all that stuff. So some guy comes up to me after the show, goes, "How come there's no Venmo on your link tree?"
Yeah.
And I go, "I never really thought about that."
Yeah.
I go, "It's on my website." He goes, "Yeah, but if I got to go through your link tree to the website to the thing." I was like, "Okay." So I put the Venmo in the link tree, and now every once in a while somebody pops me on Venmo, and I'm like, "Wow, shit! I didn't really think of that."
Yeah, I don't have a Venmo, but on my website I have something like that. And every once in a while, yeah, like I'll get a nice little message from someone like, "Hey, I saw you on a cruise ship a little while ago, and that story you told meant a lot to me. And here's $100 or something like that." I'm like, "Oh my god, crazy."
Yeah, that's a big deal to me because one of the I try to, especially during COVID, I had a lot of friends that did GoFundMe's, and I understand.
Yeah.
I understood that. But I never wanted to do something like that. I wanted to provide something for someone,
Yeah.
and have them buy it. So I felt better about myself. This is just me. I'm not, if you can do whatever you want to do, but I felt if I had, so I set up a thing on my website, pay if you can. I registered, I payifyoucan.com. So if you go to that, it takes you right to my website, and you can go to, there's a little click with all my stuff, and I go, and I would push to YouTube, and I would just say, "Hey man, the content, everything's free online. YouTube's free. If you like something, pay for it."
Yeah.
So, and I don't get a lot of traffic from it. I also don't plug it well enough. I got to find a better way to plug it after shows.
Yeah.
And the merch thing is another hurdle I'm trying to get over and figure out. Because you're right, the USBs, people seem to not understand a USB.
Yeah, I think it's because a lot of people are using Mac and they don't have it. Like they only have the USB-C. Like you got to buy a little dongle for it and stuff. Like it's a bit of a hassle. I don't know. I am load mine up. I got like 8 gigs of content on there, so there's lots of stuff. But like, are these people gonna like go home, put it in their computer, and sit there and watch like stuff on their computer? They want it on their phones, and that's why I think this AirDrop thing. I'm gonna try and push that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think Billy D. Washington is a comic out of Houston. Do you know him? He's a Carnival guy. He sells a bracelet with a QR code, and the QR code takes them directly to a YouTube page online.
Cool.
So that he says that seems to work for him.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess,
because it's an unlisted YouTube.
Yeah, that's what like these. Like this will be unlisted, but parts of it will be listed. Like I do the full episode of this is listed through my website.
Yeah, cool.
But then you can listen to it on any pod platform, including Spotify.
Yeah,
and I'm still on there. But and then there'll be short videos that go up. But he moves his special, which I hate using that word now because everybody uses it. But that moves for him, which maybe isn't a way to consider. Yeah, I haven't read. The thing is, I haven't come close to what I did with CDs.
Yeah.
So and that's kind of frustrating,
Yeah.
You want to find it because you're right. People want to support you.
Yeah.
But then they can't figure out the right way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
All right. All right. Well, let's wrap this up. This is
cool, man.
Right?
Yeah, I
Good?
love hanging out with you, Lenny.
Yeah. This
yeah.
is great,
Loved your
man.
act the other night
Thank
and
you, man.
last
I
night,
appreciate
man.
that. I'm
So
looking
good.
forward to seeing your show, man.
Yeah, it's
I
been a
hear good
blast.
things.
Oh, thanks, man.
Roy says good things, and I hold him in high regard. So.
Yeah, Roy's a machine.
Dude, that guy,
awesome,
maybe
man.
the most talented guy I've worked with anywhere. He's
incredible.
Yeah, every time you see him, it's just like another level of, you're like, why am I here? what am I doing? Who am I lying to get this gig and share the stage with this guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really cool. Dude, right to camera, plug the Insta, whatever you want to plug. Any link?
Yeah, check me out on Instagram. It's just Tommy Green Jr., Tommy Green Jr. And I got some cool stuff on YouTube. Yeah, new record coming out in the spring. And I love you guys. And
Where do you do the record? Is it SoundCloud or?
Yeah, it'll be on everything except for Spotify, I guess.
We'll
and if you want one, like, shoot me a message on Instagram. I'm going to try and figure out. I got some cool ideas about like physical copies.
Okay.
That I'm going to try and get out to people.
Well,
like,
get all your
edition
tag stuff. Also will be in the bio for the shoot and their video and stuff.
That's so sweet.
Cool.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Lenny.
man. All right.
Honored to be here.
You're still watching? That's amazing. Nobody does that. Nobody, but you did. That means you want more. Pick one of these clips. Go for it. I dare you. Hey, also follow one of those social media thingies.